This is a recent research seminar that I gave around participatory research as performance. And all I want to show is the way that I've used it to move from an image and zoom into the content that I wanted to deliver further in. So when you open a Prezi, if you want to present full screen, allow the keyboard. Here's a picture of me, unfortunately, playing drums as part of a global music making initiative called One Day on Earth, which I took part in. So this was my title screen. I described some of the research that I was doing and my history as a musician. And I'm zoomed in to my title slide, which is just an image that I took from the name of the project, One Day on Earth, and then some text that I inserted, which are the three themed areas of my research talk, and of course my name. We zoom further in, and this is an image that I pasted in of the premiere of One Day on Earth. And just to be a little bit creative, I've used the film screen here as a space to present the trailer for One Day on Earth. So that's just one way to build in a video. And then I often automate my frames. It's a simple additional step which allows the content to remain invisible until you click again. The purpose of this research talk was to discuss crowdsourcing approaches. I included another video which is, it shows one of the approaches to sharing some of the music making content. And then I've included some screen captures from the website. I did a slight rotation, just 90 degrees there, into a large or long quote. I went back to the website, another screen capture, and then I zoomed back out to my title slide. Finish with another upcoming event, which is One Day in San Francisco and other cities, another invitation to participate in this kind of initiative. And then I zoomed back out to where I started, and then I just inserted a talk bubble there and asked if anybody had any questions. So started, zoomed into the presentation, delivered some content and some images, which were just prompts for the content that I wanted to deliver, not text heavy, and then zoomed back out to where I started. Other examples, very briefly. I'm lucky enough to get to teach a module called Music, Politics, and Society. And this is just an example of one of the lecture sessions. Again, just make it full screen. Allow the keyboard controls. I often start off with music videos or songs that will act as sort of thematic prompts for the topic of the session. So on this day, and I apologize for doing this to you, I started off with Captain and Tennille, Love Will Keep Us Together, from 1975. And then just to make students aware that I was switching the frame, I rotated 180 degrees to Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart, from 1980. This is just an image, which is the cover of Simon Reynolds' great book, Rip It Up and Start Again, about post-punk, 1978 to 1984. And then within that image, which I downloaded, which again is just the cover of the book, I've inserted some text. These are sort of the main themes of the module. Does music matter? And if so, how do we know? Getting students to think about political ideologies, just with images, sort of image quizzes. I guess that would be just a short prompt as a quiz. And then asking how social change occurs. I'm just moving between invisible frames that I inserted, text that I put in, and some images which I downloaded just through Google image searches. And here I'm talking about cultural theory and hegemonic responses to resistance, new and strange popular music forms, and the way that mainstream works to maintain its dominance through consent. I've inserted a web link here which would take you to an article in the Sunday Times asking about how resistant forms of popular music are contained or incorporated by mainstream social forces, and that's where we end up with things like your Johnny Rotten or Sid Vicious Sex Pistol doll. Not very punk rock. That's called commodification. And then I've defined it as just a big slab of text. And just moving through. And here I've just changed the font color, so the hot pink on yellow is mirroring the text of the cover of the book that I'm using as my background image, and I've just changed it so that yellow shows up on the pink there just by highlighting it and changing the text. Things change. And again, all I've done here is automate the frame so that some of the text appears when I click next. Back to my my main image, and then with all that cultural theory as a background, we move into the discussion reading. And then just to finish off, I'm asking questions about post-punk and resistance, or post-punk and commercialization, which is to say, is popular music more of the same, or is popular music a way to do something different and potentially change the world? And that was where I left the lecture. I should note that Prezis, when you put them on into your Prezi space, they are, by your choice, either private, public, or hidden. So I'm just clicking back to the Leeds Met image that I loaded up earlier, and you can see the copy here, which says only those added to the Prezi can view or edit it. It's hidden at the moment. I can change that and make it public. Here's the link. I can copy that link now that is public and paste that right into Extreme, and the students can then follow the link via Extreme direct to the Prezi as it's stored online.